Hi, Pisticea Luna, and my co-host
Manga Chef Isaiah.
watch or read a fucking thing and then talk about it. And last week I got to choose, so this one is Manga Chef Isaiah, and you picked
3D Kanojo. Yay.
Kanojo. Kanojo.
Kanojo.
Also, uh, okay, another thing. It's supposed to be called Real Girl. I read the furigana on the cover. It literally said Real Garu. But yeah, 3D Kanojo. We're gonna talk about the anime, which aired from April 4th of 2018 to June 20th of 2018. And you know what? I really like it, even if it is cheesy and like mediocre. As
Mediocre.
far, yeah, no, dude, that guy's shtick of being creepy otaku is, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of so many people using that. Like, that's not realistic. It's not. Like, not enough otaku are that weird guy who are misanthropic to say that this is a great example. You know?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like, it's a very simple setup conceptually. So let's go over the people. There's Hikari Tsutsui, who is voiced by Tepe Uemishi, who has done nothing else. There's his girlfriend, Iroha Igarashi, who's voiced by Yu Serizawa, who we've mentioned twice on this show. Can you remember why?
Nope.
Aika Tenkubashi, or Sunpure, from Shomin Sample, and Yoko Shiragami, the vampire, from Jitsu wa Watashi wa.
Yeah.
So then there's Susui's friend, Yuto Ito, who he calls just Ito, voiced by Shota Aoi, who does a lot of the gay stuff. Well, the not gay stuff. So Utano Prince Sama, Shonen Hollywood, Prince of Stride. Then there's their friend, who at first doesn't like any of them, Arisa Ishino, who's voiced by Minami Suda, who I like. We've also talked about her before.
We did.
Yeah.
Was she on Flag?
Nope, she was not on Gawarare.
I don't remember.
She's Rin Misumi, the disciplinary girl from Okusama ga Seito Kaicho.
Oh.
She is also Mihoko Hinata from Idolmaster. Always try to get it in there.
I was gonna Idolmaster.
Always try. Try as hard as you can. If not Idolmaster, Nep Nep. There's a reason Nep Nep is there on our channel. So now this, and then last I feel worth mentioning is Sumire Ayado, the glasses girl who's an otaku and likes plants. Voiced by Reina Ueda, who I really like her singing voice. We've also talked about her before because she was Mikan on Kemi, the girl with the haunted glasses on Jitsu wa Watashi wa. Also worth mentioning, she's on tons of Tokyo Ghoul, so I don't watch that show, but it's out there. Okay, so you explain the premise.
Okay. So our main guy character,
Yeah,
Hikari.
Tsutsui. Yeah,
Or Tetsui.
Tsutsui.
Tetsui.
Yeah.
I pronounced it correctly, I think.
Yes, you did. The second time. Good for you.
Setsui. Yeah.
Susui. God
Sue.
damn it.
Sue. Oh, okay. Sutsui. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So, like you said before, he's a real otaku.
But like the TV version of otaku.
Yeah, like
Like
exaggerated otaku.
a hard exaggeration. I don't know. I'm just sick of them doing that every time they want to use otaku. They either make them like a goofy idiot or they make them a guy who hates people. I don't know why it's so impossible to make regular ass otaku who just keep their dirt secret, like most of them.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Like it bothers me past a certain point
They
because
could
it's
have
like
used his friend just to show him like nerding out.
exactly use his friend to do that, or make Sutsui the kind of guy who just doesn't talk to anybody instead of having to make him no he hates or Yaju. It's literally that guy who's like normal fat go die, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that we always have to fall back on that whenever like otaku are getting written. Can't be welcome to the NHK. Nah, nah. It's always got to be like what do you call it? Yahari ore.
Uh,
Sad guy hates everybody. Ugh. I'm just sick of it. It's not even like a knock because like I do like the story. I do. It's funny despite the narrative being kind of contrived in terms of the way it's very predictable as far
yeah.
as romance things go.
Yeah.
And I don't hate that though. That's just it. I find that a lot of people were knocking the show because they thought it was too predictable, and I wish I could say that was a thing I cared about, but I don't. you know,
Yeah, I just like seeing them together.
I genuinely enjoy watching their relationship go, but I'm not gonna pretend it's a very healthy or good relationship because that guy stalks her.
Yeah.
It's not a great time, but I still like it. And yeah, so he's a sad
So,
guy.
yep. And our main girl, Iori, I mean
Iroha.
Iroha. Um, she's how do I say it? Blunt, like
Oh yeah, she's very assertive.
she doesn't have many friends.
No tact.
Um, and she's like the prettiest girl in school, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, to him
People,
at least.
people say a lot of shit about her.
Yeah. But she like says whatever's on her mind. Blunt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they meet each other by the pool.
Well, because he was made to clean the pool.
Yep. And
It's a. Have we mentioned that before? The Japanese thing of like, hey, because you're part of the school, you have to help clean it.
I don't think so.
That's a thing. Japanese schools do that a lot. They teach you from like a young age to like try to keep things clean and orderly because they're part of your responsibility and your example to the world. And they usually give the shitty kids the shitty parts. So it's like, are you a juvenile delinquent? You get the bathroom. That was a thing.
Are you an otaku? You get the bathroom too.
Yeah. Are you pulling out figures? You get the bathroom. I like the idea that you get the bathroom is another put them in an arm bar. We just say that constantly about shit we don't like.
You like Takashi Kashi genuinely?
You
go in
get the bathroom.
Just go clean it. Do a good
Yeah.
job too.
I better be able to eat off that floor.
Yeah.
Go. You get the bathroom. You what was it? Oh yeah, it was you like unfrosted Pop Tarts. You get the bathroom.
I don't think s'mores is the best flavor of Pop Tarts.
You get the bathroom. Okay, but yeah, so they were cleaning the pool,
Yeah.
and that's when they started talking.
Yeah.
Because he's always seen her, but he's never said shit.
And he kind of like says some mean stuff to her.
Yeah, because misanthrope. Misanthropes tend to be angry.
Yeah. And but she doesn't really care
Nah.
because she's used to putting up with
Pe-
it.
People say some mean shit.
So yeah, um, that's how they end up talking to each other.
And then he stalks her for a while.
I think he
I,
gets
I
out his camera.
I
Tries
can't
to
get
take
over
her.
that. I really can't. That it's like, because you're supposed to like sort of forgive him, but I'm also like, dude, why? Actually, why? Why do you have to do
This
this?
is what all otaku
You
do.
literally look so suspect. Like it's awful. Why do you do this? Why are you making things difficult? Also, he has a lot of like hallucinations of the Maho Shoujo girl as a Michi, and I'm like, I don't know. Stop. Please don't.
She gives him advice.
Yeah, yeah, she does. He's a crazy person.
He
Uh,
also, she also thought that he was cheating on her because he has a real girlfriend now. I was like,
that's
what
him
is
being
this?
nutters. That's him being nutters. And that's why I'm like kind of worried whenever you see a depiction of an otaku on TV because it's so hard to get away from the 90s thing of like otaku or dirtbags. I'm not gonna lie. It's part of it is because a lot of otaku have done some really fucked up shit, but that's not a real that's not an assumption you should assess to an entire group of people, you know?
Yep.
It's like the kind of thing where it's like what was it? Like a person commits a murder and it's like Andy listened to Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson is evil. And I'm like that's stupid. That's not why he did it. He was already a bad guy. He just also happened to like Marilyn Manson or whatever. Like there was that one otaku who like kidnapped and killed a girl, and then everyone was like, "Yep, see, otaku are evil." And it's like, no, that guy was just a dirtbag.
If you watch Gundam, you're evil.
Yeah. If you watch Pre-Para, you're obviously want to molest children. No, I just like
You
stupid
guys get the
cultural
bathroom.
crap. You get the bath. Well, he maybe he should get the bathroom if he's imagining a Maho Shoujo girl talking to him and pretending to be his girlfriend. I think he's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I think he genuinely needs medication or something. Because I've never looked in a mirror and then saw a drawing looking at me. that's scary.
Maybe this is what the manga is really about. I mean, the
Was the
anime
manga
is
actually about mentally ill guy?
yeah.
I wish it was. That'd be a lot more interesting than homunculus, like when that shit just goes nutters by the end of it. Yeah. But yeah, and then after like stalking her for a while and taking a lot of abuse on her behalf, she says, "You want to go out? Mind you, I'm only going to be in town for 6 months, so." And he goes like, "Okay." By the way, can we talk about his friend?
Um, he calls him Ito, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ito.
because his name—that's his last name, but like it's all he ever calls him. I mean, so can we talk about him?
Um, sure. He's kind of
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about him.
another
He is.
example.
He is another example of otaku being poorly
He
portrayed.
also gets the bathroom
He wears cat ears.
all the time.
I'm so mad. I'm
You know
so
what's
mad.
interesting though?
What's that?
Um, what was that show that we did last time?
Show bitch?
Yeah, how was sister wears a cat ears though?
It's a hoodie.
Yeah, it's a hoodie.
I forgive clothing.
Oh, you don't want the accessory.
It's literally cat ear headbands.
Oh,
It's a hairband. It's like wearing, you know that like frilly hairband that's like for maids.
yeah.
It's like wearing regular clothes, but then also wearing that. I just
So
don't. It bothers me. I don't know. It's weird because it's like I understand the whole thing of like don't repress yourself and be who you want to be, but then there's also my part of like, is this really how you want to present yourself? because he complains about it. He he wears the cat hairbands, and then he goes like, "Girls are bitches anyway, so I guess I'll keep wearing my hairband." I'm like, okay, fine, they don't like you, but why does that have to reinforce your desire to wear a hairband? Why does that to you feel like emblematic of, and this is how I'll stand out from society? Like, why? I don't understand it. It's the kind of thing where it's like, in an attempt to be defiant, you only further said, I don't know, maybe this is a super Japanese thing of the nail that sticks out gets hammered down the first. Maybe that's it.
Like since he's wearing.
It's a Japanese idiom. It's like the nail that sticks out is the one is the first to get hammered down, which is to say, the thing that's the most obvious is obviously going to get knocked on really hard. It's like, hey, if you're trying to be secretive, maybe don't telegraph it. I feel that him wearing the hairband is more of a resignation thing. That is like, well, if they're already going to be shitty, then I guess I'll wear the hairband. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't really do you any favors. I don't get the point. Like, are you wearing it just because? But no, because the more the manga and the anime go on, the more it's revealed that like Ito is really bitter. Actually, I would say even more bitter than Tsutsui, because Tsutsui at least has the thing of he has a girlfriend.
Like you give somebody a chance.
Yeah, like Ito hates the fact that Tsutsui has a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. He's like, why don't you spend more time with me?
Yeah, which is like, look, I have friends. I have friends with girlfriends. I don't get upset that my friends spend more time with their girlfriends than with me. That's weird. I think there's a very, very clear misunderstanding of what friendship is.
I think he just feels lonely. But
yeah,
like
but you should have more friends.
It's because of the cat headman. So I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't see a guy wearing like a Pripara t-shirt and then look at him as though he is a model citizen. You know, I just think he's some goofy guy.
Imagine we had like our merch out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you wear a shirt that says "Put him in an armbar," Manga Palate, wouldn't you be surprised if people looked at you weird? Mind you, you have to like have a certain level of not caring, but I feel that idea is very individualist versus the collectivist that like Japanese people are brought up with in general terms. So like I for example wear band shirts. I just don't give a shit. Sometimes when I have to go to work, I wear more formal clothing, but generally speaking, I wear band shirts. And, you know, it is weird seeing a guy walking down the street with the shirt that has, like, skeletons on a throne with the word death on it while they're drinking blood. That is weird. And I'm going to accept any weird looks or questions I get about the shirt. But the reason I wear the shirt is not to, like, tell people, fuck you, I love metal. I just wear the shirt because I love that album. That's what I mean. That it feels that, like, the way he talked about putting on the headband, or the way he talked about it when he was, like, having that little breakdown moment, he's like, well, I guess I'll just double down, is that it's like, he's wearing it to spite people. But that's not a good reason to make yourself stand out. That's a really weird reason to take a decision like that. You know? I don't eat food out of spite, is what I'm saying. I don't wear clothing out of spite either.
So if someone wear the shirt because they love Manga Palate, it'll be okay.
Yeah, like I get that. If someone wears it because they're like, oh, I'm part of this weird subculture thing, you don't even know. I'd be like, why are you doing that? That's stupid. I don't know. Maybe this goes back to my whole thing about I hate posturing. And how we've talked about that dozens of times off air, if you will. I don't know. But it just feels weird to me that he's upset about it and continues to double down as though that will fix anything. Rather than doing the actual thing that would help, which is, you know, trying to talk to people.
Well, like I said before, maybe this show is really about mentally ill people.
Mentally ill people. which would explain Ayado's whole thing of, like, he doesn't like me, but he acts like he likes me. I'm in. Oh, he has a girlfriend. Still kinda in, though. Good one. Good one, glasses girl who takes care of plants. Good one. Or like the when they make friends with Ishino, who didn't really like them at all and was kind of shitty to them. But now she's like in, and she's like, we're all pals. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't expect that to happen, but hey, we're here now. I remember there's that
She's
part.
really gullible, right?
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm really glad Sisui told her your boyfriend's kind of taking advantage of you. She's like, shit. Like at first she's really angry and defensive. He's like, no, but he isn't. He's like that, and then like she kind of takes a minute and like thinks more about the relationship and sees him the way sees her boyfriend with like a much clearer sense than being, because it's one of those things where like when you're inside you can't really tell what's happening outside. But yeah, and then she goes like, oh, well yeah, he is. Shit, I gotta break up with him for me. And it's like, why the hell do you care anyway? I've been shitting you. He's like, we're friends. And she goes, we are friends. And I'm like, well, yeah, what? Yeah, yeah. Oh, whatever. Can I just say, I love that, like, one of the first things that happens is, like, after Igarashi started being nicer to them. I mean, after Ishino started to be nicer to him. Like, Tsutsui is sitting with her and having a conversation about his relationship. He's like, I don't know if I, like, lost her or anything. And then, like, Ishino goes, I think you might look better without your bangs. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, go ahead. And she, like, throws him in a chair and puts, like, I don't know, like a sheet over him to like start cutting his bangs. And Igarashi just comes over and grabs her and says, this person belongs to me, don't touch him. And Ishida just goes, okay. I know you really like your boyfriend, but that's crazy. So, alright.
He belongs to me.
Yeah, this person belongs to me, don't touch him. Those are her words. And I'm like, ooh. Then again, I know some people who hear that and go, ooh, rather than my version of ugh. So, I don't know. People are weird.
Like, ooh, like she really cares about him.
Yeah,
That's
versus
great.
me, and like, that's kind of scary.
Like, yeah.
Because we
I don't
are
like the way.
we are distinct people.
Yeah, treating him like object.
Yeah, let's not forget that we are two human beings. And I am not like a pencil you could just say is yours.
I was gonna say merch.
Yeah. Yeah, if you touch my keychain, I'll kill you. By the way, still want to reiterate, don't annoy Shark Robot on our behalf. Like, I don't know
Don't
why.
ask
But
Shark Robot for our
Yeah.
bar shirts.
don't fuck with Shark Robot. I don't want us to get preliminary banned from every merch website ever. Like, you do it as a joke, the way so many people do shit for like Super Mega, where they in the comments they go, I can't believe Matt said the N-word. It's like, yes, that's all fun in games because we know he's not like that, but you realize that like YouTube would be searching that kind of information in the comments. So you might be fucking with Super Mega when you do that. Like we say, wouldn't it be funny if like someone goes to Shark Robot and goes, "Where's Manga Palate?" But genuinely speaking, don't do that. I know it's funny, and I know I've gone really far for bits, but ooh boy, put him in an armbar. If you're not sure what to do, go to Cake.
If you're an otaku, you get the bathroom.
No, it's just, hey, you get the bathroom. Like, keep it broad and vague. If you're here, you get it. I am down with the food jokes. I can't believe we've said that many highly specific things that have reiterated enough for us to go, I didn't know I said that a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so with regards to 3D Kanojo, what do you want to say about it? I really like watching them get closer together, but I am also very aware that they are not exactly great people.
Yeah, that's about it. Like, I like them together. Like, they really work together.
Yeah, they do.
So it gives otaku chance. It gives an otaku a chance.
And he is giving her a chance. He's pretty and interesting, so I might as well start to see if I could talk to people. A lot of the manga and the anime is like Setsui doing something to make her angry, and then going, "What did I do?" Just learning about people in general. And sometimes Ishino goes like, "Yeah, why did you do that?" And he goes, oh shit, okay, I get it now."
Why
Which,
would you
like,
just slap that guy's bag out of his hand?
why would you go to that random man, pull him over on a bench and go, "What is your relationship with that woman?"
Why would you
Uh,
call two people that you met for the first time ugly?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the more you're looking at me, makes you more uncomfortable because you're so
Why,
ugly.
why would you stalk a girl that you've just barely talked to?
Why would you take a picture of your
Why would you take a picture?
like so messed up? Okay.
Hmm. Not a great guy, but as long as it's an imaginary character, I don't mind. If I met this person in life, I'd be very, very worried and feel the need to make sure they're okay. Because they might be mentally ill. He talks to an imaginary little girl. I think he's mentally ill.
I think I've been to the conventions.
To know that person exists?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he does. I'm just, like I said, they represent a vast minority. And I don't like that they're presented as, otaku.
standard.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, I'm a dirtbag otaku, but I don't really, like, I'm not weird about it, I think. Like, I love anime, I love manga, I love video games, I love a lot of different things. But unless the conversation is anywhere geared towards those things, I don't bring it up. I don't really see the point in, like, barraging and weighing people down with the shit I'm into. Nor do I care whether or not people like what I like, you know? I like the music from Rosario to Vampire. If you don't, okay, cool, whatever. The fuck do I care? That doesn't change how much I like a thing. So it's just weird to me that that he's like, I love this thing. I hate people because they don't like that I like the thing. So maybe some people are just shitty, man. And maybe not everybody is shitty. No, fuck them.
Like your real girlfriend.
Yeah, like your actual girlfriend. Who is, spoilers, very sick. Very, very sick. I feel weird that, like, this is the kind of thing where I really like it, but I don't have anything to say because it's like, it's a very mediocre romance thing. So as long as you have an idea of what romance things are like, then you kind of get what's happening. There's really nothing for me to tell you that, like, makes it really stand out. I just kind of like it. Like so many harem things that I'm like, I love this thing. But boy, is it not like anything. It's like a comfort food, you know? By the way, let's get to the food since we're kind of done.
Okay. It's not going a massive tangent.
Oh yeah, I don't want to spend an hour of this talking about like fucking something that has nothing to do with 3D Kanojo. Even though I think we already spent like 10 minutes doing that.
Okay, so comfort food.
Yeah. Something nice, something
Is
sweet.
there a comfort food you give to mentally ill people?
Shit, that's a quote. That should be on a shirt. Is there a comfort food you give to mentally ill people? Manga Palate, if you're here, you get it. I can't believe you just fucking said that. Shit, no, not that I can actually think of. I've never, I have an autistic nephew. He's the closest thing I can think of as someone without the best mental facilities.
But it'd be like
What
a
is-
medicine, right? Like like those
I
candy
don't-
medicines.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh man, it'd be like Yogurt.
Oh yeah,
You remember Yogurt?
yeah.
Yeah, I love Yogurt.
It's Judy Kanjo,
It's 3D Kanojo.
Kanojo.
Yeah, it's 3D Kanojo Yogurt. I don't know, Yogurt's not that sweet. I'll tell you what, this is a very honest answer, as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to like sweet things that are comforting, for me particularly, I really, really like candy sticks. Candy cigarettes to me helped me remember like a time in my life when I was like very young and a lot of particular it reminds me of a particular time. But I don't think that that in any way demarcates the kind of show that this is because these people don't feel real to me. Or if they do, then they're very, very, very specific people, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if we should go with comfort food specifically, so much as something that's sweet, but doesn't really stand out on its own.
Okay. Um, doesn't
Hmm.
stand on its own, so it needs something to.
No, I mean, like, you like it, yeah, but it's not the kind of thing where you're like, you have to have this at least once in your life. You know what I mean?
Uh, so it's like normal sweet food,
Yeah.
like
It's
a
a very,
cookie.
like yes! Yes, actually. You got it. You nailed it. It's a chocolate chip cookie. The
Dude,
most
you know
basic
what?
of
Mentally ill people might like chocolate cookies.
cookies. Mentally ill people must love chocolate chip cookies. Who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies?
All right.
I'm sorry. It's such a funny sentence.
What'd you say?
I know. I'm sorry. That's just a funny sentence of
Uh,
like, is there a comfort food you give to mentally ill people?
a cookie. That was the answer.
Chocolate chip cookies was the answer. Okay. So I guess we're done.
Yep.
Amazing. Ooh, oh boy. Okay. Holy shit, this episode feels really short. How long has it been?
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Jeez. I feel bad. It's good though. Like if you like the kind of like cheesy romance crap, I would really recommend watching it. I'm not gonna pretend it's like the best of the genre, but it's fun. It's nice.
I
And I
don't think it
do
could really hurt you.
I don't think it can hurt you. Unless you're like the kind of person who's like, otaku need to be represented good in media, you know. Unless you're one of those people. Like that lady when we went to go see Overlord, and then she was just like, "Oh, I'm from Haiti." Yes,
Yes.
yes. Like
Yes.
unless you're like, very concerned about representation of any groups you are consider yourself a part of, then yeah, I don't think it can hurt you.
Or if you don't think how would you represent um Eora,
Huh?
his girlfriend,
Oh,
Eora,
Iroha,
Eoha.
Iroha.
Uh,
Um, it's funny. I think of her just as a girl without tact. So unless you're concerned about people who are very, very assertive, then yeah, that's also not a problem. I find that a lot of people are put off by that, like people who lack tact. But to be fair, she does soften up as time goes on. It's kind of the point. It's two people who are very, very strange, softening up around each other, and boy, is it quite a ride. But yeah, 3D Kanojo, or Real Girl, if you will, is a chocolate chip cookie. That's pretty solid. And now for what is becoming a pretty enjoyable segment, I feel. Oh shit, I'm hyped. So,
ah shit.
oh shit, oh shit. Uh, Manga Chef Isaiah, what are you hype about?
Um. Well, I'm just gonna say this because my friend off the show wanted me to talk about it
Okay, cool.
and bring it to the show. Um.
Sure.
So I was thinking, you know, Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, I like Lotor.
Um. Do you know how Smeagol is obsessed with the One Ring?
Yeah, Gollum.
Yeah.
His
Uh,
name was Smeagol, but now, since of the corruption of being in interaction with the one, yeah, you know what? Let me not get to a thing. Go.
I was gonna say how their ring was like merch,
Yes,
and I was gonna call it Lord of the Merch.
Lord of the Merch. Yeah. If you think about it, we're all Smeagol when it comes to merch. If
It's
you really
mine.
think of
Yes.
how many of those posts do you have left? 3? It's mine. I need it. Give me the poster.
I'll jump in a volcano. No, I won't. Okay.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm
I'm not
not.
that much of Smeagol.
I was gonna say I'm not that into Love Live. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. It's not like somebody throws a Nico Yazawa fucking keychain into a pool of lava, and I go no. Like I'm not. Like yes, I really, really do.
I'll be
I would
mad
just.
at the person though.
I'd be upset. I'd be like, oh come on. But like that's it. That's funny though, Lord of the Merch. Now I'm imagining like Schmeagol, except instead of being about the ring that gives it power, it's like a Nendoroid of Tharja from Fire Emblem.
Or darn rough a keychain.
Yeah. How about- uh,
And I was also saying how they just have wars over merch.
hmm That's a fun idea. I do like that as a pathway for jokes. Like the idea that some people are engaged in a death duel, and it's all in relation to whether you should have the Nendoroid or fuck, what's the name of that other company? The one that does the Bishojo. Yeah. The Bishojo edition of Poison is the best version of Poison. I'll kill you. That's a fun idea. And then everyone's trying to kill each other over having like a little statue of something. It's
And whoever
it's
collects the most statues is the most powerful.
okay. So how many kings are there? 7 kings? Is it?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I feel like it was like 7. There's the one ring that controls that controls the other rings that were given to the kings, and then they became like those Death Knight guys who like ride around in the cloaks and shit. I'm trying to remember how many other rings are there because
Wasn't
then
there
it tells
one
you.
ring for each king? Not
Yeah,
right.
but how many kings were there is my
So
question.
like 12 then.
Were there 12?
Yeah. And
There
then
was
there's
12, and then
13
the one ring.
rings.
There's
So,
13 total. So okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
So there's 13 rings and then the one ring. Okay, so what is the one ring in terms of merch?
the best girl, obviously.
Yeah, but which one?
Fujisaki?
Oh, 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 that's oh, oh, wow. That's hmm, hmm, shit. Damn. I was just thinking about that now, and I'm like, is it that big one, or is it the little phone strap that I saw? Because I remember there was a big one that I was like, ooh, that looks really nice. I kind of want that. You know what? Fuck it. A lot of research. I'm looking it up because I'm like, that thing looked really nice. And I'm like, I want this. Hold on. Yeah, this works. Here you go.
The spiral thing is $4,000. No,
Look at it.
400.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one figure.
That they fought wars over.
Yeah. I'm okay dying if it means future generations get to see this bitch this bitch in statue. I will have done a great thing for society.
I'll put
shit.
my life on it.
I'll put my life on the line. You know, it could be better if it's like also it's instead of being 1/7 scale, it's life size. I'm like I don't even have the room for that. I need it. Okay.
They build like a whole room around it.
Yeah, it's like that room in Beauty and the Beast that's dedicated to the rose, except it's the Fujisaki statue.
Yeah.
You cannot enter the West Wing. Why? And it's just the statue there. Like with a beautiful magical like heaven light pouring on it. You know, God rays like in video games. Lights that come from literally nowhere.
If you remove the statue, it'll bring the whole world into chaos.
Yeah, yeah,
Lord of the
yeah.
merch.
Lord of the Merch. Oh, it's so good. You pull it apart. The great evil has been unleashed. What the fuck does that mean? He's come to take the statue back, and it's a dude in like a pink hoodie and a headband that says Fujisaki love.
Best girl.
Yeah. I love that so much. That's so dumb. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's so
I do
hype.
like that. That's hype. That is funny. I like that. Okay. Well, then I want to talk about something that I'm really, really into, and I'm finally getting the time to sit down and enjoy it. It's called Stop Peabody-kun, and you're familiar with it,
Mhm. The
but
theme
I don't
song
know if
statue.
everyone is. Yeah, it's super old. Is my thing. So Stop Peabody-kun is this manga that's from 1981, and it had an anime in '83 after the manga ended. So Stop Peabody-kun stands out to me particularly because of the way it like sort of poses Hibari as a character. So Stop Peabody-kun is this guy. His mom dies, and he only lived with his mom. His name is Kosaku Sakamoto. So his mom dies, and he only lived with his mom. So he goes to live with his Yakuza boss, who they never say is the Yakuza boss, but it's very obvious he's the Yakuza boss. Again, just like in what do you call it? In Yankoi, where Nagi's family is very obviously a Yakuza group, but no one says anything. So yeah, he goes to live with this Yakuza guy who, when he was young, was very close to his mom and also had a crush on his mom. But so he's like, all right, fine, I'll take you in if you're that woman's son. And he has 4 kids: Sugumi, Tsubame, Hibari, Suzume, which follow a theme along with his name, Ibari. They're all birds. So he meets the daughters, and he's like, wow, they're all really cute. And he's like, also, I saw this one girl earlier. She was really, really, really cute. Easily the prettiest of all the girls. And I was like, who are you talking about? I only have 3 daughters. He's like, no, really? I swear I met her. Her name is Hibari. And then the dad just goes, and you're like, yeah, that's not. And then Hibari comes in and he's like, hey, everybody. And then the dad goes like, I am. Why are you wearing that? And they go like, what? What's weird? Just stop dressing like that. I think I'm allowed to wear whatever I want, Dad. Stop it. You're a guy. And then at which point Kosaka goes, that's a dude. Oh no. Oh shit. this sucks. Okay, fine. I got it. So apparently, it's mostly supposed to be jokes. And it makes a lot of jokes about Yakuza, which are not super funny nowadays because it's like, haha, murder. But you know, maybe nowadays not a great idea, but especially because Yakuza could just show up and shoot you. But for some reason, they just kind of let that slide. I guess maybe they were too focused on the fact that the main romantic lead is a cross-dressing guy. It's funny. I'm pretty sure Hibari is supposed to be trans because she makes it very clear that she feels she's a woman. But I don't know. It's never it's like she never really goes out of her way to say that she's a girl. But yeah, it's fun. She's I think what I like particularly about Stop Hibari is that Hibari is like really, really the best of everything. So it's like there's a lot of times where people will come up and say, "Hey, act like a dude," and she just kind of goes, "No," and that's kind of it. It's like a whole bunch of jokes about that. Like there's a couple of chapters where like a guy called the Spartan is called over. He works for the Yakuza guys. He's like, I'll make your son into a man. And then like when Kosaku's around, Hibari acts really feminine. The second he's not around, she gets fucking tough. And so like with the Spartan is like he keeps telling her like, you gotta be a dude, gotta be a dude, gotta be a dude. She's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then Kosaku leaves the room and she grabs him by the throat and goes like, you shut the fuck up right now. I will kill you. You hear me? You shut the fuck up. You are literally ruining everything. And I'm like, he's like, and she beats the shit out of him. And then like, Kosaku comes back and he goes like, Hibari, are you okay? She's like, he's so aggressive. And he's like, oh, wow. They really shouldn't act like that too. But wait, you're a guy. God damn it. Like he keeps just, it's a lot of that. I remember there's a chapter where like there's one guy who's like into Hibari. Like again, also not aware Hibari was is trans, but even then, the point is he's into Hibari. He's like the leader of the boxing club. He's like the president or captain or whatever. He's a dick. So at first he's really really into Hibari's sister Tsubame, and then after he meets Hibari, he's like, oh. She's really cute. And then Kosaku, in an attempt to want to be more manly, which I don't really know what that means, but he joins the boxing club, and then the guy beats the shit out of him because he doesn't like him, and he's trying to prove that he's cool. And I guess he proves himself cool by beating up weak people. Yeah, that's a hero move. So then this is his attempt to both get Hibari and Tsubame to like him, but it doesn't go too well. And then Hibari says, yeah, Kosaku could beat you up. And he goes like, I can't. You just watched him beat the shit out of me. But I'll give it a shot. And every time he fucks up, Hibari just punches him once in the mouth and just like basically murders him. It's amazing. So yeah, a lot of stuff Hibari-kun is like Hibari trying to get Kosaku to be interested in her. And Kosaku goes like, no, maybe, no. Yeah, exactly. Like, no, you're a dude. But I mean, maybe. No, you're a dude. Wait. I remember in the anime, it had a 35 episode anime, like I said, in 83 to 84. So in the anime, like the second episode literally has Kosaku having a wet dream about Hibari, but then saying, no, which I think is really fucking funny. Because he's like, man, she's like really hot. But no, like, no. And then he says the title of the thing. Stop, Hibari. Which I'm like, oh, that's funny that you decided to say stop as though that meant more in English than it does in other languages. And, yeah. He wants to get tough, he wants to get cool, and he's not sure about how he feels about Hibari, even though he likes her a lot. And Hibari's very, very obviously into him, and just goes for it.
I never get that.
What?
He likes her a lot, but he's not sure how he feels about her.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where he's not totally comfortable with where he's at. I feel that a lot of it has to do with, I mean, it was the 80s? And as much as I hate to say it, it was a different time. You're forgetting this is the time period where like people of the LGBT community were considered like a plague. Remember they called AIDS the gay plague?
Yep.
Yeah. Wasn't a great time. And in Japan it's still not really great. Japan has a lot of other stuff going on that's like it's weird. It's a weird thing to explain because like Japan's history with homosexuality and other forms of sexuality is really complicated. Like I think I told you before. I don't know if I've said this on air, but like Japan had the thing of like fucking like classical opera, right? That it used to be performed by women, just women, and then they're like, no, too sexual, got to stop that. And then they made it just young guys, and they're like, no, still too bad, still awful. People are getting boners everywhere. Let's stop that. And then there's like a whole thing about cross dressing that's very natural to Japanese opera, just like Chinese opera, like the Peking Opera School. All the female leads aren't women; they're men. It's just the way that like art form sort of evolved. And there's like tons of old woodblock paintings about homosexuality and stuff like that, and people just kind of accepted it as a thing that happened. And then there's other weird stuff like wakashudo, where they're like the samurai would train someone in exchange for like the physical intimacy, but they always trained young guys. So like, I don't know. It's a weird history. It wasn't. People have been gay, and no one's really said anything about it. No one really cared. There were tons of male prostitutes and cross-dressing prostitutes, and it was like just kind of a thing. No one really thought about it till like the West helped and involve themselves. Like Nanshoku became a problem during Meiji, and Meiji only really kicked off once like people started showing up in Japan, and we're like, hey, maybe don't isolate yourself. They're like, you're right. What's the world about? Gays are bad. Got it. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
But I still kind of like some of them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is? Okay.
That's literally the entire thing. And, like, nowadays, like, there's no laws against homosexuality, and I don't really know if there ever really was, like, a physical, like, part of the legal system laws. But it's always been just kind of understood as, hey, maybe don't talk about it, or, do anything. You can be you. No one really cares. Just don't put it in my face or whatever. And there's so much gay porn. And I mean like actual gay porn, not like yaoi, which is like written by women for women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much like comically present gay porn. But then also, a lot of its earlier acceptance into this culture was more on the form of a comedic level. Like if you laughed about it, you didn't have to accept it as a real thing.
Like the Macho Man from
from
Shovich, yeah.
Yeah, or
no,
like
not
the not gay
the
gay
commoner.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, show me an example.
Show me.
Yeah. Like if you could laugh at it, then it wasn't really a bad thing. Or like hard gay. Hard gay is literally a wrestling character, and he's a comedian and a bunch of other shit. And his name is Masaki Sumitani, but he goes around calling himself Razor Ramon Hard Gay, and he most of the time they just call him Hard Gay. And he like wears hot pants and a leather harness, and his thing is he like thrusts his pelvis and like just yells woo, and like that's kind of it, which is supposed to be like funny, but if you take it for what it actually is, it's like just mocking homosexuality and saying it's a joke to be laughed at. I don't know. It's weird. It's a very complicated thing, and it reminds me a lot of.
I think the thing is like they're trying to make a joke. Like, isn't that weird?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it's present, but it was present more as a premise to a joke. But then before the Meiji era, no one really cared. And nowadays, it's still everywhere, and occasionally it's used, but now it's used more as like a gimmick than it is to just accept it for what it is. And that's what I mean, but like, it's hard to compare the LGBT experience in Japan to the LGBT experience in America. Because they have such different things going on. Like, I remember when that Fire Emblem game came out, Fates, right? That's the last one that came out. There's a storyline where you meet there's like one of those friendship routes, right? The ones that you always do the intimacy crap when you like get someone to fall in love with you or whatever.
Yep.
Right. So there's one of them where it's like you give the girl a drug so that she relaxes more, and it's like oh no, it was actually an aphrodisiac, and it kind of the way it reads if you're from here, like in the U.S., then it kind of feels like the way she's trying to convince herself to like guys is it feels like same sex. It feels like a conversion therapy. You know that thing where they say just pray enough and you won't be gay anymore, like that. But that's never been a thing in Japan. So to them, it didn't come off like that. Rather, instead, it felt more like someone maturing out of homosexuality, like being gay was a phase, which is a completely different set of problems. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why I find Stop Hibari-kun to be so interesting. Because instead of using Hibari to be mocked, Hibari is the person who makes fun of everyone else. When a guy who's really cocky and tough tries to come on to her, she just fucking tells him to go fuck himself. When her dad says you're being shitty because why aren't you being a guy like I want you to be, Hibari just goes no. When she meets a guy that she likes, she flirts with him, and he's kind of into it. Like it's interesting. It's not the way you would have expected it to use, transgender women as a concept. At least in the 80s.
I wonder how they got away with it.
Well, because most of the manga was about jokes. I think people didn't focus on the fact that Hibari had a genuine interest in Kosaku. Like I think more just focused on the fact that like, look at that Yakuza guy who's so upset and he's having a heart attack. Haha. Like
that's also.
It's also kind of not that funny. But what are you gonna do? A lot of his jokes are like, oh, I got so stressed out, I'm having a heart attack. I'm seeing white crocodiles. So like it's a thing. Also, some Hibari's sisters, one of them is like, how don't wear my clothes, stop it, be a guy. Versus the other ones are like, whatever. So I also think that's interesting. That like I can't remember. I think it's like the first episode of the show, but there's like a bit where like Hibari goes, comes in dressed really neat, and Kosaku's like, yeah, wow, pretty, and Tsubame just goes, stop wearing my fucking clothes. And then Hibari just goes, you're just upset because it looked better on me, and she's like, I'll kill you. And the dad's just like having a heart attack at the table.
How do you say bird in Japanese?
There's a lot. No, it's like different kinds of birds.
Like
Tori is how you say bird. Exactly. Like Suzume is sparrow. Hibari is shit. What do you call that? Finch? Is that what that bird is called? I can't remember. But yeah, all of them are like different kinds of birds. As I said, it's like if you meet people named after months. Like this girl's name is May. This girl's name is June. This girl's name is shit like that. Same kind of thing.
I thought it'd be like Hibari. I thought Bari would be like bird. And it'd be
No.
like He-bird,
No.
but no.
No. The Hibari is a bird. I think it's a finch. I don't know how to say it in English. I'm thinking of the bird. Fuck, I don't know. I can't remember. I can picture it in my head, but I can't really name it. But yeah, so I think Stop Hibari-kun is a particularly interesting usage of like a trans woman as a protagonist in a romantic comedy slapstick thing. Like that sounds so weird to say, especially because it's from the 80s. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting, and that's why I'm really excited to start sitting down and actually watching the show.
The new season's coming out, right?
No. That show's from the 80s. What do you mean, new season? No, I just finally found all the episodes.
Weren't they doing a new season?
No, Stop Hibari couldn't get out of here. This shit's from the 84. No one cares. It's too old at this point. What did happen was that the mangaka redrew it. He redrew a bunch of stuff, like as to say, look, 30-year anniversary. But that's it. It only recently got pushed to DVD, like literally 4 or 5 years ago, in 2014.
I must be thinking of something else.
Yeah, 3D Kanojo just got a new season. I don't know what you're thinking of.
No, it wasn't that.
Is this something that's coming out or something that came out?
Maybe something that's coming out.
Yeah, because all I can think of is like Domestic na Kanojo, Goto Bunhana Yome. I think Pastel Memories is coming out. Uh, yeah, that's all I can think of that's like coming out. Oh, actually, one thing that is coming out that I heard the title of and I heard what it's about and I want to fucking see it is Dimension High School, where it's literally guys are transported to an anime world, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that actually mean? It's like
An
live
anime
act.
about an anime world.
Yeah, it's like live action actors, and then they go, I woke up in an anime. Good God, what's happening now? And I'm like, that sounds retarded. I need to see that. But yeah, so no, I don't really know what you're talking about. So that's it for Manga Palette this week. I know I went on for a while about Stuffy Body Kun, but it's like really good, and I think people should see it. I'm really hype about it. Being able to sit down and watch it.
It's more interesting than what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like you could go in depth with it. I don't know how to say it.
It's a gag thing, and you think that's all it is, but then there's so much more to it. The more you get into
There's
it,
more underneath the surface.
there's more than the surface. Yeah, there's more to it than the surface. All right. Well, thank you for listening to Manga Palette, and if you're still here, you get it.
Yeah, you guys get it.
And goodbye.